Hi, I'm Mark Boyagis with IHS Automotive, and you're looking at the newest iteration of the inspired design at Infiniti. This 2013 JX shares its 7-passenger crossover platform with the Nissan Pathfinder. However, as you can see, the JX offers a much more refined experience, premium feel, and premium technological innovation package. This JX offers some truly market-first technological innovations in the areas of safety and connectivity, as well as having a great amount of infotainment technologies. Let's start off with infotainment on the inside. Now, the Infiniti Infotainment system offers all the features you'd expect from any premium crossover SUV. These include an 8-inch touchscreen with a nice graphics, a good rotary controller for controlling the system menus, dependent upon, of course, your preference, voice recognition for a lot of functions, and then an audio system with AM, FM, CD, XM, and Bluetooth streaming, as well as iPod integration. Notably, even though this is a hard drive system, they've taken out that 9.3 gigabyte jukebox function that they used to have. Apparently, people must not have been using it. And one thing that this vehicle lacks among a lot of its competition, especially in the premium segment, is HD radio, not available yet in this Nissan and Infiniti infotainment platform. Now, I mentioned voice recognition, and there are a lot of features that are controllable by voice recognition, but one area where we think Infiniti needs to improve is the total capability of the voice recognition. For example, you can control navigation and you can put in a destination, but it takes 20 or 30 seconds to even get that done because you have to say state, city, street, house number. It takes a long time. Whether you're in a Ford, a Lincoln, an Acura, a BMW, a Mercedes, or any number of other vehicles, you can do that in a one-shot destination entry function. Or pull out your Android or Apple smartphone and ask for your phone to do it. Either way, it'll be quicker. In addition, accessing audio functions via voice rec, not so much. You can switch to XM, you can switch to AM, you can switch to CD, but you can't choose stations or tracks. And that iPod integration I was talking about, there's no play artist U2 or select genre rock. That doesn't exist in this vehicle. Now, you can still manage all that through the touchscreen and the rotary controller, but it's just not as quick, and it could be a driver distraction issue. Now, a new innovation that Nissan and Infiniti have started to do is with the cluster. A lot of different OEMs offer a cluster display, much like the one you see here. But what Nissan and Infiniti have done is they've tilted it forward a little bit in the idea that it makes it easier to see and a little bit more user-friendly in application, especially when you're dealing with something like the blind spot detection, lane departure warning, or distance control alert. Now, the JX does offer a rear seat entertainment system in the theater package, which offers 2 7-inch headrest displays, a remote control for both of them, 2 sets of wireless headphones, and when paired with the Bose 13-speaker cabin surround sound system, truly makes the back seat a home theater experience. In fact, I'd wager it's better than the one you've got at home. However, for $1,700, this option isn't cheap, and I would feel most of these backseat users, well, for that much money, you could get 2 or 3 iPads. One gripe that I do have about this rear seat entertainment system is the remote control. Now, it's pretty basic because the functionality here isn't very complex. But the problem is, who's going to be using this but children that might not be very familiar with remote controls? Many automakers like Honda and Acura have designed these to look like video game controllers, allowing for easier use for those rear seat passengers and fewer headaches for the front seat parents. Now, the JX is a 7-passenger SUV. Pulling up the seats is pretty simple. And it allows an extra seating for 2 people, but we wouldn't put any adults back there. Furthermore, there's one more trick in this Infiniti's bag. Underneath this floor is some storage, but beside it is the subwoofer. This is part of the Bose Wave sound system that you've seen in the Bose Wave radios. They've integrated it into this Infiniti JX, and it allows for a much more natural Bose bass tone in the subwoofer experience. Now, the JX is one of the first cars from Infiniti to offer backup collision intervention, which means that the car will actually fully stop itself if there's anything or anyone behind the car while it's backing up. This is part of a $3,100 technology package which offers a lot of bang for your buck. You get intelligent cruise control with full speed range. You get blind spot warning and intervention, lane departure warning and prevention, intelligent brake assist with full collision warning, and a distance control alert. What does that all mean? Well, it's a lot of brand names, and quite honestly, it's part of the Infiniti Safety Shield. This is a system that puts sensors all around the car that keep you and your occupants and the other drivers safe by integrating a little bit of autonomy when you're not paying attention. Now the JX starts at just over $41,000 with a lot of standard features and accoutrement for the premium experience. Our all-wheel drive version with loaded all the technology options you can think of comes in at just over $55,000. And for the luxury segment, that's not a big price point. We really think that Infiniti is pushing the gamut with the ADAS technologies like backup collision information and the moving object detection with a round view monitor. But as we noted in the interior with infotainment, things like the voice recognition and the iPod integration are leaving a little bit to be desired, and quite honestly, aren't up to the inspired performance levels we would have expected from Infiniti. For more on this and other IHS automotive reviews, go to ihs.com/automotive.